Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to go out for my friend's wedding. Oh wait, friend's reception. I'm just gonna start with my skin prep because no matter what the time of the day is, prepping your skin before makeup is like step 1 of makeup. Today's skin prep, I'm actually gonna just use 3 things. One is gonna be a serum, another is gonna be an eye cream, and the other is gonna be a moisturizer. And since this reception is happening after 6, I'm not gonna use my sunscreen. So first, I'm gonna use the Zain & Maiza Hyaluronic Acid Face Serum. I'm gonna warm this in my hand and like just go all over my face. And while I do my skincare, I'm just gonna start with why I have not been on YouTube for like the past year. So basically, I was just trying to go abroad on a scholarship and I was prepping my skins. Like I was working in UI, you can say, like it was in UI, healthcare UI, something related in those lines. And then I quit my job and I was trying to figure out what I was liking. I was starting to do like branding design, graphic design. I was really interested in graphic design. If you've seen my older intros, you'd know that I had zero knowledge in graphic design and I was like doing animated intros. After graphic design, I was really interested in UX design because I guess it was the hype where people are like UX design. So I was really interested in UX design and I was like, hey, let me go study UX abroad. But the problem was that there weren't many universities that was like having UX design. You could find universities in the West, but West already hit recession by then. It was a very bad time to like go abroad. So I decided, hey, let me just search for universities in the East. And I was building my portfolio. My portfolio is really bad, so I'm not going to show you guys. But still, I was building my portfolio. I was doing things. I was applying for GKS. I went for the university track. I got selected for the first round. And then during the second round, the embassy decided, hey, this is not something we want to sponsor. So they like rejected me. Very bad times. But still, I was really persistent in going there. So I contacted the professor of the university that I wanted to study to. He advised me to go for the university. The university already had like a research position and he told me that maybe you should try the research position. And I was like, okay, let me try the research position. But the research position needed people who would study PhD. I was not ready to do PhD, so I did not apply there again. I was like, screw it. I'm not going to do that. But I did have time to apply to Australian universities and I still didn't go through with it because at that time I got diagnosed by a problem on my spinal cord.
It's rewind time.
While I was working a corporate 9-to-5 job, I started having mobility problems on my right hand. I still have that problem, but I'm getting better every single day thanks to my physiotherapist. They identified my mobility problem as a problem related to my spine. So the problem is that the curvature of my spine is like not there anymore. They called it the loss of lordosis. Like, let me just put it somewhere over here so you can imagine what I'm going through. So sometimes I used to get pains on my arms. Like whenever I get stressed or whenever I overwork, I literally get like prickly pain on my hands. That's why my content is a bit slow at times because I'm really tired, man. I'm really tired. Like the thing is, I was going to doctors for like 4 years and no one actually identified my hand pain as something related to my neck. If you have like something that is arising on one area of your body and no doctor or any medication is not treating it, always remember the problem is situated somewhere else. So basically the problem for me was that my muscles got tensed so badly they formed a bit of a lump on my neck which was pressing on my nerves for 4 years. Now like I'm going to physiotherapist, trying to maintain the balance, keep my body good, healthy, keep my body healthy, do strengthening exercises to like live. Now I'm gonna clean my brows and like apply a decent amount of foundation with my mixed foundation. Today I'm trying my best to be the better version of myself, eat healthy, do exercises. Like I did exercises, but again, These are strengthening exercises. So like I'm following that. Whenever I overdo myself, I still have pains and aches. Right now, like Volani is my buddy because I suddenly had a little bit of pain on my neck area, but I had to go for this wedding. Where was I? Oh, right. So once I realized I was not going to study UX abroad, I was like, screw it. I don't want to do UX. You know the feeling of losing interest in something. But I was really working hard for it, spent a lot of money on it. Like whatever money I earned, I spent it on this. I still have a couple left, so we're good. I decided, hey, let me just do something different. And brand identity design was actually interesting for me. I love doing logos and like creating logos. That was something I really wanted to try out. And right now, like I did my first logo design for my friend. So it was not just logo design, it was like a complete brand identity design, although it took me a while to like get it going. I learned a lot while doing that, and so the girl's officially a brand identity designer, but still, and I still haven't finished my portfolio yet. I need to add a bit of passion projects. So I also do social media design at times. I'm also doing that on the sidelines. Like I'm hustling right now, baby. And also I do YouTube because I kind of love YouTube. Until this is taking off, I want to like do these. That's the gist of what I'm doing. Now I'm going to do my concealer for this. I'm always going to pick the Swiss Beauty concealer because it's like the perfect shade. But oh, I forgot. I changed my name from Yana Artistry to Beautykins. I forgot that story. I started Yana Artistry to be artistic. I mean, previously what I did with makeup is completely different from what I want to do for people. Let me just give a gist. So this is like what I was doing previously. Like this is the kind of makeup I was doing. I was just doing random makeup because I loved makeup and creating art. So I felt like Yana Artistry was like my space to create art with makeup. While I was doing that, I also realized there wasn't much people like me. I mean, I won't claim that I have the perfect features. I don't even have the perfect Indian features. I'm like the defective piece in India. And whenever I wore makeup, Indian makeup, I looked weird. Like it was not something that suited me. I really struggled with that. Like I wanna at least give some input for someone so they feel confident, because let me be honest, as an Indian, if you're brown, there's a lot of prejudice against you. I mean, let's be real. People are talking inclusive and bringing inclusivity only now, but back then it was worse. Like I used to wear Fair and Lovely to look fair and lovely. So before I blended, I'm just going to leave it for a while. So let me continue. I grew up, looking at YouTube, trying to figure out what works for me. And like, if you look at me closer, you know that I don't have the perfect features. Like I have a blobby nose. I have like hooded eyes, like real hooded eyes. Let me zoom in. See, if you can see my hooded eyes, like I have this much space. But if I open my eyes, this is what you see. So this is what I'm working with. And my eyes are actually curving downwards. It's like this downturned eyes, almond eyes, but it's like slightly downturned. What else? I had a really thin upper lips. I guess those are the features I have, which is not exactly, perfect. But people on the internet were really perfect with those beautiful hooded eyes. They were like doing makeup. I really wanted to try all those makeup, but I realized that was not working for me. So that was when I turned to Korean makeup. Korean makeup is all about the cuteness, and it actually fitted my face. Like I realized I have this cute little blobby face. Basically, I look cute. I'm old, but I look young because I look cute. So yeah. It's a plus, but it's also a minus because it took me almost like 25 years to learn about my features. So I really wanted to be a person who would help someone out, be confident. Like I don't want young girls to go and be like, hey, I don't look like her. Like I'm trying to bring information and education to someone so they feel confident in doing what they want. So that's why I changed the name to Beautykins. the play with word, it means that we are all kids. Like, I am not a pro. I never claim that I'm a pro. I'm just saying, I know some things. I'm going to deliver those things to you, and, you can experiment and like find something that might work for you. We are all kids here. We are all people who are like figuring out how to do makeup. So I wanted to be a presence for someone who thinks that they're ugly. You don't have to be in the beauty stands to be beautiful. You are beautiful your own way. Before I start my rampage, I'm just going to apply a bit of compact on my face so it sits for a while. I'm using the Nykaa compact for this. Like, again, this is the compact that like matches my skin tone at the moment. So I'm using this. I just said it matches my skin tone. It looks... It's okay. I'll do something. So now I need to highlight this portion of my face. So this, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless Compact in the shade 330. This is like a slightly like lighter shade. So where was I? Yeah, I changed my channel's goals. I could call this goals. Like, I want to be there for at least one person and say, hey, I saw her. I mean, I just want them to be like confident when they look at my channel and be like, hey, this person really helped me. I mean, you should totally check out this person because this person gives value. Like, you get the gist of what I want to do. And where was I? I forgot where was I. Oh, this is really tough. It's really hard on me to give this talk right now because it's kind of emotional, not gonna lie. I just talked about my trauma in a fun way, but I really worked hard to get over it. Like, Indian people don't know that they're making fun of features. That's like, you cannot change a person's feature, man. So please stop making fun of a person's features. Like, see, a person features and a person's, color or something, weight, even if it's a person's weight, you're not supposed to talk about it. But Indian families, the moment they see you, they'll be like, oh my god, you look so thin. Or, oh my god, you look so fat. They start with that talk. Or, oh my god, why are you so tan? You should like apply something. I was not asking you. I was not asking you for any suggestions. Why are you like coming into my life, lady? That's what I feel at times. And the problem is, you cannot talk back to them. If you draw any kind of boundaries, you become the bad person in the family because you're talking back to your elders. You never talk back to your elders in an Indian family. So that was like a lot of trauma that my family gave me. I don't even know where I'm going with this talk. I lost track of what I was doing because I started with this talk. For the nose, I am not going to do much of a contour because right now it's already looking contoured. I'm going to use this brush to like brush everything off. Like slightly brush everything off. So for the blush right now, I'm going to use my eyeshadow palette. I've been using this for a while. I ditched blushes. I mean, I might get a blush because it looks cute, but I don't know if I'm getting a blush because I really want a blush. Also, before I spritz my second coat of fixing spray, I'm just gonna go with my blush. So this base could be set with that. I just want to lift my face, so I'm just gonna go over here. So where was I? I forgot where I was going with this talk. Anyways, give me a moment. I'm trying to remember where I left the talk. I got lost. So yeah, the beauty kids right now is gonna be more towards what I can bring. Tips, hacks, what works for hooded eyes like mine. What else? What works for brown skin? Budget-friendly products. Like, you don't need a lot of money to look good. You just need the right products is right now the motto of this channel. That's actually good. I just wanted to, be relatable and like affordable. I might get something expensive. A girl can get something expensive for herself at times, but I am trying to bring affordability into this channel so people, anyone out there who wants to look pretty, trendy, cool, cute, whatever you want to look, you can like get them. That's like my current theme of the channel. So I also want to venture into hair care because I had earlier and I was really feeling insecure, but then I realized, hey, it's my hair. If I can't love my hair, no one can. And so right now I'm like in my bad bitch era. I should say I'm in my bad bitch era because I don't give a really. Like, I don't give a that I don't fall under the standards. I don't give a that I look cute. I'm like, girl, I'm in my era and I'm just gonna do what I do. And when I want to bring affordable skincare, sometimes I do work with brands, so I might like talk about, I still am gonna give honest reviews because I don't give reviews or I don't work with brands unless and until I am like okay with their products. Like, I go check their products and check their brand values. If they're like good or something that I really want to work with. And then I try the product for like at least like 2 weeks. I try it on my skin and see, hey, let's see how this works. And then I give the review. Whatever I'm recommending, I'm actually testing it on my skin before I'm actually recommending it to you guys. And I don't get much of an adverse reaction. So oily skin people, if you're here, you can like get the products I'm using. But again, skin differs from a person to person, so it might give you adverse reaction. So always, whatever skincare you're doing, do a patch test before you apply it to your face. Buy skincare only after you like know what to mix and what not to mix. And I am really trying hard to like bring that knowledge here and, you know, build. I really do want to build a supportive community. Like, that's the end goal, guys. The internet has a lot of toxicity, but let's be the people who are like helping each other out and, you know, supporting each other out on the long run. Does this look cute? I don't know. I think I covered pretty much what I did in the past year, what I'm doing right now, and oh wait, I didn't cover what I'm doing right now. So what I'm doing right now is I do product shoots for like, not real product shoots like UGC product shoots. I'm trying to be a product photographer too at the moment. I kind of love taking photos of products. It's like the subject doesn't move and like you can manipulate it to your core. It's like fun taking a product photo. So I'm trying to be that. I'm also helping my friend with her business at the moment. Since I've been on social media and like know much about social media, I'm taking care of that part. Also the branding, the graphic design, the logos, and what else. I'm more like the creative director of the team. Like, I'm gonna help them out with the product design. So this is basically what I'm doing behind the scenes or offline if I'm not posting any videos. I've got a lot on my plate, but yeah, I'm getting healthy and I'm working towards things right now. And I'm pretty happy that I did not go abroad to study UX design because right now recession is hitting everywhere and everyone is coming back to India. And I'm like, thank goodness I would have taken a loan if I was to go study abroad. And that loan would have probably be, I don't know, something that I should have been paying for the rest of my life if I had taken it. So I just believe that everything is working out. I'm really happy that I'm here to like see my niece grow up. Like, I really love my niece. Like, when I was small, I really wanted my mom to have another kid so that I can have a sister or something. Like, I love kids. I don't know if I will have one, but yeah, I love kids. So let me just put audio over here so you can like hear her speak. She's like this adorable creature at times and I'm like, I'm so happy I stayed behind. Whenever I do this kind of sharp eyeliner, I actually blink a little in the front. I don't know why I do that, but I kind of like that, you know, sharp look. I'm going to do this part offline and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm focused. 1 coat of white transparent mascara and then 2 coats of mascara, and then I'm moving on to my lips. I guess I'll be pretty much done by the end of this. So while my mascara dries, I'm gonna just go with Maybelline Rich Chocolate Lip Liner to go over my lips. I forgot that I was not filming, and yeah. And for the lips, I'm first gonna use Zayn & Maisa's Wood by Nude liquid lipstick. And then I'm gonna go with a darker shade of lipstick because I want a nude shade. Now for the darker shade, I'm using Mars Chestnut Courage. See, this is the dark shade I'm talking about. And since this is done, I'm just gonna add a little bit of lighter peachy shade, like kind of like an ombre effect. So for this, I'm using the MAC Bricola, like just in the middle. So right now, there's like a little bit of depth. I don't know, like it's dark on the ends, but like not too dark. Giving. For the final two coats of mascara, I'm gonna go with Matte Looks Mascara. I'm sorry, I'm really running late right now, so I'm trying to do this as much fast as possible. So this is the makeup look. I'm gonna quickly go wash my hands and like do my hair right now, and I'll be right back.
Later that same evening.
Hi guys, so this is like the finished look. I'm sorry I was not able to finish a proper finished look video because I was running late.
This is really embarrassing.
So this is how the look looks like 4 hours later. I still look flawless. I had a dinner and I still look flawless, so you can see how good the look turned out to be. And I actually wanted to do a pink or a peach shade that matches my dress, but then it didn't show up. Like I had just a nude lipstick, it didn't show up on my skin, so I decided, hey, let me just match my lips to my bindi. So this is the look. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time.